What's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Diana, creator of Money Boss Mama, and on this channel I teach women how to manage their money by helping them pay off debt, save money, shift their money mindsets, as well as stick to a budget. And we're getting into investing. But if you've been following me on Instagram, you know that my car has been giving me hell. So my air went out, and then I had to get new brakes and rotors, new tires. My air is still blowing warm, so it's just been like repair after repair after repair. And she's getting pretty old, so we're over 200,000 miles. And I decided that it's pretty much time for me to start saving for another car. Now, I did say I do not want another auto loan ever again, because my auto loan scarred me so bad. And I did talk about it in a video sharing what my worst purchase was ever. It was my auto loan. I will link it somewhere on the screen, but I just don't want to give hundreds of dollars to a bank every single month for a car. So I decided to set up a sinking fund. I have most of my sinking funds with Ally, since they let you set them up in little buckets. But I decided, why not come on here and share with my ladies how I'm going about this, how I'm going to purchase a cash car. And I am super excited because I've never purchased a cash car before, and I cannot wait to go into a dealership or wherever the heck I'm getting this car, and they ask me, you know, what my credit score is and things like that, and I'm like, you don't need to know that, because I'm getting a cashier's check and you're going to get your cash, and that's going to be the end of it, because I don't want to continue paying for my car. And so I did not set a random amount in my sinking fund. I put the sinking fund at $14,000, and that was for a reason. Whatever I do, I try not to just do it willy-nilly style. Have a plan, do a little bit of research to see what I'm going to need before I set a price that's going to be for anything that I do, because I need to know, and I need to make sure I have enough to do what I need to do when I need to do it. And so I have $14,000 as my target goal, and I'm giving myself 2 years to get to this $14,000. The way Miss Mazda is going, I'm really praying she gives me 2 years. I think that she will. It's just her air is giving me fits right now. But hopefully, as I continue to increase my income, if I stay on the track that I am now, I'm really hoping that it's less than the 2 years, because I would really like a car that does not scream whenever I come to a stop and wake up the whole neighborhood in the morning times. And so right now, as you can see, I currently have a whopping $18 applied to this $14,000 goal. And I won't lie, you guys know that I have multiple goals going on right now. I kind of feel like I'm over my head, but I'm trying not to stress out. There's a solution to everything, and so that's how I am moving forward with it, keeping everything organized mentally so that I do not lose my mind. But I decided to set this amount because I went online just to see what are cars priced at right now. I do want a used car because cars depreciate so fast. New cars depreciate so fast. And I just want a car that's really going to keep up with its value in regards to pretty much how much you would owe for that thing anyway. And so I decided to go to Carvana first. So I went to Carvana first because I like the idea of like a car vending machine. Like, I don't have to deal with any salesmen trying to get into my head using their sales tactic, and I get overwhelmed when it's like multiple salesmen coming to me all at once, and I don't know too much about cars. So my experience at the car dealership, I would take their word for it and not really question it, because I don't like confrontation and it just stresses me out. So I kind of like the idea of shopping in my own home in quiet peace, and then looking at the car that I want, checking it out, and then them bringing it to me. Now, some of them did have some pricey delivery fees, like a $500 delivery for these cars, but I saw one on the highway and I'm like, let me go on and just see what these used cars are costing. And now I did look at SUVs. I want an SUV. My kids are getting big. I typically have 3 kids because I have my niece during the week, and we are sitting on top of each other in my little Mazda 6, and I just want enough room to put my purse and their school bags and things like that. So I have a list of non-negotiables. It has to be an SUV. It has to have leather because I am tired of cheese puffs and things getting stuck on the cloth seats. I would like leather. Our butts are just going to have to be frying in the summer. I want it to be spacious for the reasons that I previously mentioned. And I would like for it to have some type of warranty, even though it will be used. And their prices on Carvana was about $14,990. I want to say that's right, but I'll put me scrolling through it on the screen. Basically $15,000. You're not kidding anyone by taking off that $10 or that $10 or $100. It's $15,000, sis. So I put that it was $15,000 per Carvana. They did have some that were a little cheaper, but the ones that I wanted were about the $15,000. And then I looked at some car dealerships that were in my area, especially a car dealership that I trust because my brother used to work there. So I used to go there from time to time, especially to get my maintenance done. And their used cars were about $18,000 to $30,000. So I figured that a good price would be $13,000 for the car. I do not want to go over $13,000, and I really don't want to go less than $10,000. Now, I did see some cars that were less than $10,000. They were like $6,000, $7,000, but girl, no. Look at this. I feel like I would be right back at the auto shop. And why spend thousands of dollars on something that looks janky, it looks sus, and you're probably going to be right back at the auto shop? And that goes with me being very cautious about where I purchase my car from. The mom and pop auto shops, I know that a lot of them do a good job, but the ones that look sus, you're not getting my money. I just don't want to lose thousands, so I just want to go to a reputable place, whether it's Carvana or this big dealership chain that I was looking at. I just want to go somewhere where I don't have to fist fight anyone if something happens to the car that I just purchased. But other things that I made sure to plan for as well were, of course, the license and fees and the registration. And I looked at the prices in my state. So it's about $30 for the registration. I'm looking down on my notes too. And for the license fees, the tax, there's a title fee that's like $10. And the sales tax is about 6% of the vehicle's value. And I want to say it's probably going to be about $9,000 for me. So altogether, I wanted to keep the car at $13,000, no more, to leave room for the fees and the registration and the sales tax and things like that. So that would give me about $1,500. Well, no, I'm at $14,000. $1,000 in wiggle room to cover those costs. And obviously, if it comes a little bit over, I have an emergency fund, and I trust that I will be making enough during that time to add in a little extra, but I am excited. I'm now envisioning myself riding around in a new car. This is not the goal that I was telling you guys that I would advise you about or tell you about, but this is just me getting prepared for Miss Mazda to croak, to die on me, and I don't want to be left with having to wipe out my emergency fund to get another car. And so cheers to another big mama goal, $14,000 in 2 years. That would be about $7,000 I would need to save per year. So it's almost 2022. I want to say by the beginning of 2024, hopefully before that, I will be shopping for SUVs and knowing that I am paying in cash. So I don't have to deal with sitting in my seat wondering if my paperwork is going to go through because my credit score is not tip top or anything like that. And don't have to worry about them pulling my credit score multiple times. But if you guys have recently purchased a new car or you're looking to purchase a new car and there's anything that I need to know, because it's been a while. And even when I did get my Mazda, I didn't know half of the crap that I was being told. I just did what I was told. Don't really remember what I needed or what happened. I just know that I paid like $1,000 at to pick up my registration and things like that, and I cried. But yeah, let me know any tips down below, anything that I need to be mindful of, and I will keep you guys updated with this goal.